I was scrolling through Facebook the other day when I saw this post about ABU being turned into tiger stripe using RIT dye. This not only looks super cool, but it also solves a major issue. Tiger stripe anything is number 1 expensive, but more importantly number 2 rare. And you know what's not rare? ABU and RIT dye. So as a military surplus company with literal millions of pieces of gear and equipment, I thought if anyone was going to, it should be us to make the best RIT dye video you guys at home can watch, try out, and hopefully make your own tiger stripe. Now, if you've seen other videos on how to RIT dye gear, wait, because there's a catch, like an actual envelope labeled "The Catch," which I'm gonna reveal later in the video. But first, what is RIT dye, what do we need, and how do we do it? Well, it's been around for over 100 years, works all in fabric, and that's really it. There's no fancy equipment, it's literally just dye, water, in a bucket. And the reason it blew up in the military surplus and prepper world, well, that's because of camos like this, UCP. Arguably one of the worst camo patterns the US military ever issued. It blends in basically nowhere, and there are literal millions of pieces of gear floating around in surplus markets for next to nothing. People figured out that a quick RIT dye job could turn this into something actually usable. Olive drab, carroty brown, you name it. So today we're gonna go big on this. We've got 5 colors we're gonna be testing: dark green, sage, graphite, apple green, and dark brown. We're also gonna be bringing in fabric markers to hand draw the tiger stripe pattern directly onto the pants. Which are where things get really interesting, but before we touch the ABU Tiger Stripe project, we gotta figure out how do we RIT dye gear. Let's get started. Now before we start just dunking gear into buckets of dye, we're gonna do this right. That's because everyone online has their own version of this recipe. Some use dish soap, some use vinegar, some use hot water, some use cold. So today we're gonna be starting with our control. This is our baseline: a 5-gallon bucket of water, which is room temperature, a bucket, half a bottle of dye, and then a 1-hour soak time. That's it. It's literally the most basic recipe we could find, but we're gonna be comparing everything against it. So what are we comparing it against? We've got 4 different variables here, all with the same 5 gallons of water, half a bottle of dye, and 1-hour soak time. We've got hot water, soap, and vinegar, and then a combination of all 3, hot water, soap, and vinegar, just to kind of see what happens. Then we're also going to be testing a time element with this, still using the same 5 gallons of water, half a bottle of dye, but then either a 30-minute or a 2-hour soak time. And we're going to be using the same exact item, so the comparison is actually fair. We're going to be using this guy right here, the standard ACU top. That way at the very end we can hold them side by side and see what actually made the difference. Alright, so all the jackets are in their respective bins. I've actually been walking by every few minutes and just stirring them around. Basically, I just want to make sure that the jackets are not like bubbling to the top and not getting fully submerged. So far, it's been looking pretty good from just glancing over the top. It's about to hit the 30-minute mark though, so I'm gonna go ahead and take out the first jacket. Guys, it's time. We've got them all done except for the 2-hour one. The 30-minute example, by the way, turned out super good. I'm really excited about these ones. It's finally been 2 hours, and now we're gonna take out the final jacket. This could be super good. Let's see. All right, these are the results, and it's actually pretty surprising. First thing first, we have our time element. So right here is actually our control. Then we have one with no dye at all. And then we have a 30-minute and then a 2-hour. Overall, the control did, I think, honestly the best. I'm really surprised about the 2-hour method though. The 30-minute, there's like basically no color on the Velcro. The 1-hour and 2-hour do have it, but the 2-hour seems to be a little bit lighter than the 1-hour. So I don't really know what to make of that other than maybe this top was a bit more worn than the control. Overall, I'm voting the control is the best out of this bunch. Just because it was the easiest. 1 hour seems to do pretty good. But I will say, if you want a lighter version, maybe go to the 30-minute mark on your test at home. All right, now we have our other variations. We've got hot water, soap, vinegar, and then hot water, soap, and vinegar. And actually, they all look pretty much the same. Make of that as you will. I think the combination of everything did work slightly the best though. It looks like the hot water soap and vinegar has a more consistent tone throughout the entire piece. Also, the Velcro is the most green. So I don't know if that means it took the most of the actual like dye, but I'm pretty sure Rit Dye recommends adding those to your actual process. My overall vote amongst everything though is still the control, but nevertheless, we will grab the team and have everyone vote on their favorites. Without further ado, let's see what everyone thinks. Check this out. And these are the results. Basically what we have here is ACU jacket, no Rit Dye, right? Right? I like that one a lot.
My favorite.
And then we have all the rest that actually had stuff going on to them. All right, so you need to take vote for the top row and then vote for the bottom row. Yeah, so you need to take one vote up here.
Okay.
Your favorite of the three.
The green pops out more on these. You know, like the green on the Velcro. This one's my favorite.
Okay.
I like the contrast and the darkness with that.
Yep.
Oh, this one. These two.
These two. Okay,
yeah,
fire.
top and bottom, right there.
All right. Matt?
Man, not kidding.
Yeah. Dude, this is everyone's favorite. Let's do that one.
I really like this one.
Fair
for
enough.
the top row, and then I got to go with this one.
Okay.
Yep.
I definitely think this is the best one of them all, personally. I don't really like how this one lost all of its coloration in the Velcro.
Yep.
I feel like this one's too dark, so from the top row, I think I would go with that this one is the best. So bang, bong.
So we have no consensus on the top at all.
Yeah.
But we do have consensus on the bottom. So this was low-key the easiest one to do, so that was my vote because it was the easiest. Yeah.
These were all in at the same time as this one, correct?
Yeah,
1
these
hour?
all stayed in for 1 hour. I feel like this one was the darkest. It was also the easiest to like produce. Since they're all so similar, why go through the hassle of adding soap, waiting 2 hours or whatever, when you could just do it for 1 hour and the result looks like this? That was my consensus.
Whoa. Just so they know what to like expect. Different.
Do you guys prefer regular UCP or Rit Dye?
Yeah.
UCP.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to the next stage, the ABU Tiger Stripe, using the control because it was the easiest. The ABU Tiger Stripe pants. Get one last look, guys. This is the final time you'll see it like this. We got a brand new set. This is new with tag. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's gonna turn out really good. And then also keep in mind, we are gonna be using the control. So that's just 5 gallons of water. We got a half a bottle of dye, 1 hour soak time. And then instead of using sage green, we're gonna be using apple green. It's gonna come out looking a little bit better, more close to what we want for Tiger Stripe. So let's begin. You guys know the process. And just like that, we're done. Wow, these turned out great. I mean, take a look for yourself. You guys can let me know. I was worried there was gonna be some splotching and stuff like that, but overall they turned out really good. I will say though, they're a little like bright for my liking, and I think that's only because we did apple green and no other colors. I saw some recipes online that people mix in browns, and I think what we might do really quick is run another cycle of maybe like 20 minutes-ish. Let's go 25 minutes actually, in a brown dye, same 5 gallons of water, half a bottle of dye, and just get these just slightly darker. And then we'll check back in with the results. I think it's gonna be a little bit better. All right, these are the results, and I got a little scared, guys. We didn't leave it for 25 minutes. We left it for 6 minutes. I know what you're thinking, but I was looking at the dye, and it got super dark, and I was like, all right, we gotta take this out early because I didn't wanna mess up the pants. I think they turned out perfectly, though. Before, they were just like a little bit too saturated for me, and I feel like, I don't know, the brown dye just kinda took out that like little bit of saturation. But if you guys don't like the result, you know, you don't have to do the brown dye. Honestly, with the black tiger stripe, I really think these are gonna come together. So I think it's time that we go ahead and start using the permanent marker or the fabric marker, I should say, to color in the black stripes. So let's get started. If you want to follow along, we're gonna be using these in color 5 black fabric markers. Hopefully these turned out good. I just got them on Amazon. Before we begin, I also want to mention Tiger Stripe has 4 distinct colors. So before you go crazy and color in all these stripes, we want to make sure that we leave some of these dark spots still uncolored. That way the end result looks closer to Tiger Stripe. And now I just do it. All right, here we go. Here we go. Whoa, that took forever and I'm so happy it's done. These are the results. I want to point out again, as I had mentioned, I didn't go too crazy on these black lines. Basically, I feel like you could go through like a never-ending cycle of, you know, adding more black lines and following more like little tiger stripes, but you want to be pretty scarce with them. I feel like it kind of ruins the tiger stripe look if you go too crazy. So what I did and I found super helpful is I went and outlined a stripe or two at a time, filled it in, put it on the ground, and then looked at it from a distance. And then I kind of worked my way around and said, you know, like it needs one here, it needs one there. I think it turned out really good. Let me show you the back. I don't know. I mean, let's compare it to the original standard ABU. I feel like it's a night and day difference, and I'm actually really shocked with the results. But wait, there's more. We dyed 5 items, 5 different colors. These are the most common military surplus colors we get in stock: OCP, UCP, OD green, Marpat, and Coyote brown. Hopefully this could inspire you guys to rit dye some other types of gear at home. And finally, I think it's time for us to reveal the catch. Dude, this is the one. Oh snap, hold on. The catch. All right. This was my first time ever rit dyeing gear. I know, it's crazy. Everything you just watched, every process, every procedure, the results, it was all my first attempt. And it's really not that hard. I think the results will speak for themselves. You guys can be the judge, but I think these turned out really good. I'm super happy with the results. So if you guys are at home and want to try this out, I say give it a shot. You can even shop at gearrack.com if you want to, you know, test out some of our products. This actually turned out so good, I think we might even do a part 2 with some even more interesting gear than just the pants. So make sure to like and subscribe, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.